Hey guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Welcome to Alles Fußball, shall I say? Yeah, bless up to everybody. I hope everybody's doing good. We're here for another episode of Alles Fußball, I believe episode 8 now. Obviously, I'm here as always with the legends himself. We've got Justin in the building, we've got Alex in the building, and then obviously I'm here and all. Yeah, various things to talk about. Talk about the Bundesliga, obviously, being a Bundesliga show. We're going to speak about Bundesliga week 4, not week 3, Liam, you fraud. Alex was laughing at me backstage because I put the wrong week. We'll talk about Leverkusen. Obviously, they've only just finished playing. So we'll talk about that. Bayern obviously beat Chelsea. So we'll talk about that as well. But yeah, first things first, how are we, lads?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Yeah, glad that Leverkusen finally learned to win again, and yeah, glad to be here.
Fully. How are you, Justin?
Yeah, very good actually. Just been pretty busy actually. Surprisingly enough, I was just trying to get my new car to work and everything like that, and now I've got to tow it to the mechanics, man. So it's a big pain in the ass. But other than that, no, pretty good, man. Always loving coming on the show, and let's get into it, man.
Yeah, no, fully, bro. So yeah, obviously smash the like, hit the subscribe button, links are in the description. Yeah, man. Where I guess we start with Bundesliga, the last week of the Bundesliga, not the upcoming one. Obviously there was a massive shock in there, and Alex will know all about it. Massive shock. I definitely did not see you guys winning. I didn't. I'm not even trying to be mean. But yeah, man. I could tell by the smile on your face you're happy. Of course you are. What did you think of that game, bro? Because I thought you were going to lose. I'm not going to lie.
Well, to be honest, I went in that game no expectations whatsoever. I mean, Hjulmand only had 3 days to prepare. Yeah. That with a completely new squad. Yeah, we just played so much better. The team played as a team. And as well as we played, it did still come down to 2 pieces in particular of individual brilliance from Grimaldo. 2 free kick goals. You don't see that often, and they're really, really high quality ones as well. Yeah, it's the game started off kind of 50-50. We didn't have as much of the ball as Frankfurt, and they also had some very good chances as well. But we did limit them quite a lot. We defended much more compactly than with Ten Hag. I think in the end they only had 2 shots on target, though they were still dangerous at times. The first goal obviously was a free kick, hit the post, back of the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper couldn't really do anything about it. There was also a penalty incident, clear trip, and yeah, Schick put that away easily, and then Uzun got a goal back, but in the 96th minute, even though we were 9 men at that point, we managed to get yet another free kick goal, even better than the first one, and yeah, put a cherry on the cake. Yeah, I don't think it's still anywhere near as good as what we could do, but it's important to at least get off to a good start.
Yeah, no, fully. What did you think of your new manager and how he set up and so
on? Well, he kind of set up just the same as Ten Hag and Alonso for him. He wasn't going to try anything crazy. I think maybe we didn't have a lot of ideas still, but it did seem a lot smoother, maybe a bit more structure, a bit more fluid, like in possession. Yeah, it's really hard to judge because
Yeah, of course.
it's a completely new manager with a completely new team. Players that still haven't really played with each other, still getting debuts. So it's really hard to judge, but good start.
What happened with Andrich? How did he get a red?
So first yellow was just due to arguing with the referee, and then the
Oh,
second yellow was a rash challenge, though I think it was a bit harsh. Because he didn't even touch the player with the studs. It kind of caught him with his shin. Um, it just happened to be right in front of the referee, and yeah, it would. It was a yellow card. It wasn't worthy of a red on its own, but it's just because of that
because of the second
previous.
yellow. Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. But yeah, man. From obviously I didn't watch the game, but from the stats it looks good. Obviously, is it Uzan? Is that how you say their player's name? Uzan? Uzan?
Who's oozing? Yeah,
Uzan? How did he play? Obviously, he scored a goal.
yeah. He seemed to do all right. Yeah, he scored a goal, but we did limit them very, very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe the best player they had, I think, was Bahoya. He did particularly well against us, but yeah, we seem to limit him pretty well using.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
He looks quite special.
Justin, did you watch the game?
No, I didn't actually. So I saw you guys going pretty much off in the chat when I got up in the morning, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's all right. That game was on." I did watch some of the replays and stuff like that. Kudos to Alex's team. He got it right that team's come back. I didn't think it'd be such a immediate result. I thought it would take a little bit of time. It just goes to show with that perspective that it wasn't the squad itself, as in in terms of players. It's obviously was to do with the manager. It just wasn't a good fit, which is disappointing because he's sort of got some questions around his career now and things like that. So he might have to go back to the Netherlands or something like that, or hope for another top club, but top mediocre club or something like that. By that means I mean probably like a like Valencia or something. They're going to be like a mid-table club, but they're still a top club or something, just to try to get his reputation back or something like that. But that was like really good display. It's quite impressed actually of what it is. So, because it almost looked like in the first couple of weeks that Leverkusen could have been relegation candidates if they kept going. So they definitely needed it. So it's good to see for the Bundesliga.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna lie. I would have liked that, but that's neither here or there. So, it is what it is. No, I'm only bantering, Alex. But overall, yeah, great. That's the way you want to start it, isn't it? Really, let's not be around the bush. That's the way you want to start it. Coming into a job and to be fair, someone in my chat did say they haven't lost to Frankfurt at home in almost 12 years, which is wow. Okay then. Madness. What other games? Obviously, Bayern went against Hamburg. Bayern did what they do against Hamburg. That's just the normal thing. You guys waking up, getting breakfast. When we play Hamburg, we smashed them by this amount of many goals. That just is what it is. So good game. I'm happy with the goals and so on. But yeah, I wasn't expecting much. Put it that way.
With that game, I did actually watch that one, surprisingly. Sorry, Alex. And I think you guys actually went off, so you took your foot off the pedal, so to speak.
Yeah.
And it sort of looked like that, you guys had a bit of mercy on them, and whatnot. They haven't obviously learned, that coming to the Allianz Arena, you've got to, I mean, look, even just with us, we got absolutely hammered, in round one. You can't just rock up and, expect a good result or anything. You've got to earn your result. and they haven't learned anything since basically they've come back into the Bundesliga. Like they did literally just rocked up there, and they didn't like really look like they cared. Basically, like they knew they were going to lose. It's more of a case of by how many, and after like half an hour mark, it's just more of a case of how much, So, and then you guys pretty much had mercy on it. It could have been like 10-0 or something like that. To be honest,
yeah. I agree. If we would have continued the way we were going when we were scoring loads of goals, it would have been a bad result for them. I do agree with that. We definitely took our foot off the pedal. I think like by the time the third goal went in, I think they already knew that the game's done. Alex, did you see the game or?
Yeah, I saw the game, particularly in the first half. Yeah, you were basically unstoppable. We could just open them up at will, and I was hoping for maybe a bit more fight from Hamburg. And to be fair, they did have some odd attacks, but it just shows the gap in quality, massive gap in quality.
Fully.
I thought at half time, like Bayern Munich aren't usually ones to like stop attacking or take it easy. They are the type of team just to pummel a team to a pulp.
Yep.
So I was a bit disappointed that it did stop in a way, because even as a fan of a rival team, sometimes you just want to see like loads and loads of goals, and if the team is in that mood against a team like Hamburg, it kind of is a bit entertaining, just to see goal after goal go and just think how many. Also, I was hoping to get the 7-0 for my prediction, but
I was actually expecting so for me, I think that's more of like Vincent Kompany's style of manager. Like I think he had pity on them, because if that was, I don't think Liam really is a big fan of Thomas Tuchel, but like if Tuchel was the one that was the manager, he would have like just gone all out. He wouldn't have cared. So like he's ruthless. So I mean,
I agree with that.
Like Tuchel would have been absolutely ruthless. He would have gone like, let's make a competition of it. Can we get double digits? So, but good game to watch. Not if you're a Hamburg fan.
Definitely not.
But like, I just expected more effort from them. Like, be like, look, we know we're going to get a hammering, but that's still work our asses off basically, and show that that we've got some sort of fight in us and whatnot. And there's little spurts of that, but you could just see there was a demoralizing defeat for them by the end of the day. So
no, fully. And I think if that obviously would have been in the in their home ground, they would have got hammered by their fans and so on. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in the reverse fixture. But no, man, I do think they're gonna go down. I don't think they're good enough, and especially if they're gonna just like couple goals go in and then they just like bow down. It's like you can't be doing that. You know what I mean? You're going to be fighting for your life. Go on, Alex. What are you going to say, bro?
To be fair, one thing you say, like the fans would hammer the players. One thing about that game, the Hamburg fans were incredible. Like even at the end, they were, even though they were 5-0 down, they were singing louder than the Bayern fans at times. So kudos to them. They did really well. The fans.
Was that a kudos or was that a dig?
Well,
bit of both.
It depends. It depends if you want to take it that way, Liam.
All right, fair point. No, I'm only joking, bro. I'm only messing. But yeah, other than that, I think that was like the main games. Obviously, there was a 3-3 with the Cologne one. Werder Bremen beat Mönchengladbach 4-0. But yeah, let's go through the predictions quickly. So. And I'll do it quickly, just so we don't take too much time, because obviously we need to talk about champs, and then we need to talk obviously about match day 4 predictions, not 3. Match day 3. So the Leverkusen game we spoke about just a minute ago. So it finished 3-1 to Leverkusen. None of us got it right. No, Alex said 2-2. Justin said 3-0 to Frankfurt. I said 3-2 to Frankfurt. or 2-3, whatever way you want to put it. The away team winning. Obviously, none of us got that right. And I'm sure Alex is very happy to actually have got it wrong, because it means his team actually, did a good result in that aspect.
He was still closer than anyone, so.
Yeah, true, fully. What was the next game? The next game was Hoffenheim or Union Berlin versus Hoffenheim. So Alex said 2-1. What did I say? I said 1-0 and Justin said 2-2, and it finished 4-2, which is mad. Again, all of these screenshots will go obviously in the chat. And as soon as we've done the predictions for week 4, I'll screenshot and get it straight in there for you guys. So yeah, 4-2. Wow. Just noticed that. 4-2. They smashed them 4-2 at home as well. I think Union Berlin's another team that might go down, if I'm honest. Then it was Heidenheim versus Borussia Dortmund. Alex said 2-1. So he was the closest, where it was 2-0. I said 4-0, and Justin said 3-0. So yeah, we all got the right winner. Just no one got the right score. So yeah, that just is what it is. Then Mainz versus Leipzig. We'll get Justin's thoughts on it in just a second. But it finished 1-0 to Leipzig. They got the away win. Justin said 2-1 to them. Alex said 3-1, and so did I. Before we continue with it, Justin, what did you think of your team's performance, bro?
To quote my podcast episode, actually, it was far out. I don't actually remember what I said, to be honest. So I think it was like it was like, I can't use the exact word I used. I can't be bothered pulling up my bloody podcast script. So it was like something, but like good but concerning, I think was the way I looked at it. So because we only had 3 total shots on target, we had 10 that were off target out of 13 total shots. And for me, it's always that if you're going to take a shot, then you need to work the goalkeeper. So to have actually 10 make it, not blocked or anything, and then go past the goals not working the goalkeeper is a bit disappointing. It was good to see Johan Bakayoko end up scoring his first Bundesliga goal. Cutting inside onto his sweet left foot, as I said, and then just striking it through a wall of players from Mainz and beating Robert Zentner pretty comfortably in the end. So that was good to see. There's a couple of injuries that came out of that game as well. Xavier Schlager's injured. Like, he's a riddled mess. He's such a fantastic footballer when he's playing, but he came onto the pitch with not a knee brace, but like a strapping underneath the knee. And then ironically enough, I thought it was his knee that was injured. Again, it was his calf. So the guy just can't catch a break. So, I mean, love the dude. He's a fantastic player, has been for us for some time, but I just don't think he's up for it anymore, personally. Yeah. But overall, it was a bit concerning that we had so many wayward chances, but the defense held up quite well, because we've been actually pretty poor in that regard. It's been at least a year since actually I could say that RB Leipzig actually had a good defensive performance. And that was just before Marco Rosa, like, the wheels just completely fell off last year. So other than that, some promising signs, but there's also some concerns there. But we move forward, and we'll go basically see what happens against Cologne coming up.
No, I'm with you. I feel the same when it comes to my team. When we have loads of shots and they're not on target or whatever, it's like, what's the point of even bloody shooting? Like, idiotic. But yeah, no, fully. Then it was the Freiburg versus Stuttgart game, finishing 3-1 to Freiburg. Freiburg actually got a red card right at the end of the game. Did anybody get that right? No. I was about to say yes, I did, but actually, no, I didn't. I got it the wrong way around. Damn it. So I said 3-1 to Stuttgart. Justin said 2-1 to Stuttgart, and Alex said 2-0 to Stuttgart. So none of us got it right. I was about to be like, yes, I got it right, but no, I didn't. Whatever. That is what it is. Then we go over to Wolfsburg Cologne, Let's have a butch real quick. So it was a 3-3 draw. Justin said 3-2 to Cologne. Alex said 2-2, and I said 2-0 to Cologne. So what Alex got that, because not got the score, but got the point, or whatever you want to say, because he got the draw. And then obviously we move over to the Bayern game, which Justin said 3-1. Alex said 7-0. I said 5-0. So yeah, I got it right. Whoopie doo, yay! I actually got my score. I knew we wouldn't concede. Just because the way that we beat them at home. And yeah, obviously we mentioned that game. Game after that though was St. Pauli versus Augsburg, which finished 2-1 to St. Pauli, and Alex actually got that one right on the dot. And me and Justin both. So Alex said 2-1, Justin said 2-2, I said 2-2. So we were close. We were close, but we didn't get the correct score, unfortunately. So yeah, big up to Alex for that one. And then, like I said, the last game was Mönchengladbach versus Werder Bremen, and it finished 4-0. Yes, you heard me correctly, 4-0 to Werder Bremen, smashing Mönchengladbach. So I said a 0-0. I was definitely wrong. Alex said 1-0 to Mönchengladbach, and Justin said no, 1-0 to Mönchengladbach. Alex said, I think I just said that, and Justin said 1-1. So yeah, there's that.
Did I really predict Mönchengladbach to beat Bremen?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, look, if you did that this week, I wouldn't be surprised, considering they've got a new manager. But look, last week it's a different ball game. So yes, I believe they're called the Foals, if I remember correctly. They've got a new manager now, so they've basically had enough, and not surprising, considering like they were going to go down at this rate, quite comfortably so, to be honest. So for any Gladbach fans, then there is some sort of light. Which is funny because it's like already the second or third sacking in the Bundesliga this year, or something like that. You just don't normally see those types of.
We're going into the fourth match day.
Yeah, it's just like, oh wait, what? What are we, the Premier League now? Like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's almost unheard of, really. So we probably should be starting to like do a poll or something, maybe, on who we think the next manager to go is, and when that's going to be. So I reckon it'll happen before the Rückrunde. So
probably. Wouldn't surprise me if it's Kovac, but we'll see. Because he obviously did good in Champions League, but we'll get into that. So yeah, there were the predictions. So yeah, we'll go with the most recent game for the Champions League, which is obviously Alex's game. So it finished 2-2 today. Copenhagen scored the first goal. Then Grimaldo scored. Obviously, we'll get the main man, the actual fan, in a minute. We'll get him to have his say. Then they scored in the 86th minute, and then an own goal give Leverkusen the draw, which thanks Copenhagen, you frauds. Yeah, we moved. But anyway, let's actually get the Leverkusen's fans' opinion on it. What do you think, bro? I know it's fresh off the, it's only just happened, but what are you thinking, bro?
Oh, it was as much a good performance from Copenhagen as it was a bad performance from us. Copenhagen, they were really, really strong defensively. They set up and they kind of played like prime Atletico Madrid, particularly in the first half.
Okay.
We had vast majority of the ball, but it was basically just all passing around the back, no penetration. Just very boring football, to be honest. At the start of the game, the goal kind of did us a bit of a favour because we had to actually attack better. Following that, we did have some good chances before we scored. For example, Ben Seguir on his debut nearly curled a shot in from outside the box to hit the post. But yeah, again, Grimaldo with another free kick, third in 2 games. There can't be a better free kick taker in Europe right now. very, very lucky. Without Grimaldo, you know, we haven't been playing great. So like it's really helpful to have like that kind of player who can just magic up moments from
Count on, yeah.
yeah. So Echeverry, I was impressed with Echeverry. He came on in like 67th minute. Nearly scored himself. Really really good first touch and sharp turn. Forcing a really good save from probably like 6 yards or so. Then he also got the eventual equaliser. It was his like quick dribble that got to the position where he crossed the ball and eventually get the own goal.
Yeah.
It's not the best result, especially when you consider that this on paper is probably our only easy game. But on the balance of the game is probably fair, and you can be happy with a point. So
No, I'm with you. Justin, I know it's early for you, so I'm going to ask you this question anyway. Did you watch the game, mate?
The Leverkusen one? No, I did not. So I probably should have actually, because it actually sounds like a good game. So, but no, I didn't. Ironically enough, I was up at 3:30 odd this morning, but then I fell asleep. I did put the Champions League on here in Australia. We've got like a similar to what Optus Sport had it last year, similar to like what they call Goal Rush. They had like they have one feature game, and then they have the scores of all the current games at the same time on the right, and then they'll stop and rewind like the last passages of play, basically of like the build-up play and then the goal and things like that. But I fell asleep, so no, I didn't, man. So
No, to be fair, nor did I. I knew that they were playing, but I'm not gonna lie. I've been playing FC 26 all day since I got awake. Since I woke up. So yeah.
career mode or
Ultimate team at the moment.
or foot, foot.
Yeah. So I have made a promise to myself so far not to spend any money on it. How long that will last is gonna be. Yeah,
EA
right next to me. So, yeah.
I was gonna say EA loves gambling for underage people. So, not saying you're underage. I'm just meaning that anyone could play Ultimate Team. So,
I'll take the underage thing. I normally get told I'm old. So,
yeah. Well, look, I look a lot older than I do, but that's okay. That's cool being an RB Leipzig fan. So.
Yeah, no, I'm not planning on spending any money. But on the Bayern game, so yeah, obviously super happy with the Bayern game. Super happy to get the win. We needed to beat these lot. All I heard all week was, the world champions are coming to Munich. Look what we did last time, blah, blah, blah. It's like, bruv, with all due respect, without the Russian investment, your team is shit. So, like, shut it. World champions. Like, come on now.
Well, would they spend $1 billion or something like that to get like a terrible? What is it, like some sort of community shield type trophy or something like that?
Yeah,
in terms of Champions League or something.
Yeah, it looks like a mobile, like a kid's mobile that just spins around and then like plays music so they fall asleep.
Sorry, Alex, did you want to say something?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
yeah, like Chelsea are actually the most expensively assembled squad in the world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That includes like NFL and everything.
Yeah, I think if you put it together, I think it's actually 2 billion. I think if you put all of the money that they've spent together, I think it's 2 billion, which is crazy amounts of money.
To me, I think they've only got one decent player. It's like Moses Cancedo or something like that. You know what I mean? Like everyone else is pretty much terrible.
Yeah, so their main players. I'd say Enzo Fernandez is okay. He's a good player.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
obviously he didn't play very well yesterday, which I liked. Don't get it twisted. But yeah, they were talking too much, just like the Arsenal fans. Yeah, man, we beat them, which was absolutely freaking lovely. And it was even better that they scored an own goal on the first one. So yeah, 20th minute, Olise puts the ball in the box. Chalobah kicks it in his own net. Thank you. We'll take that. And then in the 27th minute, Harry Kane gets taken down by Caicedo. It's a definite penalty. There is no if buts or maybes about it. The guy is like, I don't know if he's trying to like pick him up and do the aeroplane or something. I don't know what he's trying to do, to be honest with you. I think Harry Kane's quite smart as well to get his body where he did, because otherwise I think he probably takes the ball off of him if he didn't. So yeah, we get the penalty, we score it, and then Cole Palmer, a couple minutes later, scores a goal. Apparently there was a red card offence. Jonathan Tah apparently punched someone or something. I still haven't seen it. I'm not even gonna lie. All I seen was two players go down, which on my stream I was going mad because I'm like, he's taking our player down and they're on the counter attack. Blah 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 blah. So.
I've got something to say about that, actually. So if he's punched a player and he's been sent off, right? Let's just say that he has. Somehow Liam's just gone missing, all right? So
no, I disappeared. I thought you were going to tell me off.
No. So this is the thing, right?
Yeah.
Last year when we played, I think it was last year, it might have been the Champions League season before that, we played Real Madrid, right? And Vinicius Jr. turns around and actually pushes Willy Orban by the neck, like this, into here, and he falls down, and he didn't even get a booking. All right. So if that's the case, then how can you turn around and say that Jonathan Tah gets a red card for violent conduct? Because that's exactly what my excuse was that he should have been sent off, or at least at minimum a yellow card, because he broke a couple of rules, and one of them I said was violent conduct, because there was no reason for him to be pushing Willy Orban in that manner, especially around the throat. So, and Willy Orban isn't the type of person to stay down either. Like, so he stayed down and he was holding his throat. So I was just like, yeah, this is absolute BS. And I personally, who was it? Ifran Pajera or something? I can't say his last name. He's one of the worst UEFA officials I've ever seen, personally. I don't know who the officiating was, but yeah, like
some Spanish guy. But yeah, no. So I still haven't seen it. I got sent a tweet by a Chelsea fan because I asked them to send me it because I wanted to see it, and it got taken down for copyright before I could watch it. So I'm gonna have to try and search it up. But in the play, I was going mad because I'm like, he's taking our player down, thinking that he's taking Tar down and or whatever happened, scuffle or whatever, and then like obviously they scored from it. So I was going freaking crazy, but then Jonathan Tah got a yellow, so he actually did get booked for it. He got a yellow. He didn't get a red. They were asking for a red, and obviously the Chelsea fans are moaning now and crying about it because it didn't even go to VAR. But like, I thought he got a red for mouthing off. That's what I thought, because after they showed the goal, because obviously the goal happened, they showed about 7 million replays. Thanks for that, by the way. Then they go to Jonathan Tah talking to the referee, and then he shows him a yellow, and I'm like, oh, he must have been, mouthing off, But yeah, no, that obviously didn't happen. Justin, did you want to say something else on that?
No, I was just thinking of something, and I thought I had something else to say, but I don't think I do at the moment. So, it was actually quickly. It was it was with the copyright infringement, or like the taken down thing. They're very high when it comes to policing that, and I think it's overly done as well. Especially when it comes to like fans for the content and things like that. I believe if you're using it in a fair manner and you're not trying to monetize it or anything like that, and you're not, otherwise you have to contribute a lot more to it than just the same footage. But then what's to say that if I wasn't in the stadium that day as whatever fan, and that happens, and then I record that and I turn around and say, like, check this out or something, then how is that like a copyright infringement? It's not like I'm directly taking it off the Sky feed or something. You know what I mean? So even if I commentate on it or add to it across onto social media, that then shouldn't be taken down. So if you can, tell the Chelsea fan or something to like upload it with a private link onto their like iCloud or Google Drive or something, and then just download it and watch it that way or something.
Yeah, no.
Is what I would say. But obviously, don't redistribute it. But yeah, like if you want to actually watch it, that'd be the best way.
Yeah, because like I'm on Twitter right now, and I'm okay. I've just seen it actually. Let me mute this.
I think they just automatically just accept, like, it doesn't matter, like, if you are Sky or the EPL or anything, and they just, like, send a copyright infringement request. I don't think they even look at it. They just take it down.
Yeah. I'll put it in the chat. I don't know how long that will stay up for, but that is the thingy. I'm not really too sure what they're going on about. To be fair, it's really blurry.
VGA camera.
Yeah, so I'm not really too sure, but a lot of people are saying that it was like a WWE move or something. And then Maresca's frustrated after saying why was it not a red card? That Jonathan Tah was not sent off for a foul. Apparently, it should have been. He said, "Do something." They do it in bad blood or something. I don't know. He's just another bold fraud, isn't he? No offense, Justin. My manager's bold, so
that's all right, man.
And to be fair, if I take this hat off, brother, I've barely got any hair. So anyway, we'll move. But yeah, no. And then in the end, Hurricane gets another goal, brilliantly taken. Mistake by who the hell was the mistake by? Who's their player? Gusto. Sounds like a dish. But yeah, he makes a mistake. Hurricane scores. Cole Palmer scores another one, but his arm's offside. Maybe he needs to keep his arms to the side. Yeah, we win. And I see loads of them crying. Tomorrow, at some point, I'm going to do a stream cooking them because a lot of them are crying like babies. And so they should be because, they were... Someone brought on the plane a cardboard cutout of Drogba. I'm like, nah, you're taking the piss. Like, yeah, these... Yeah,
it's a good player. Don't get me wrong, but they're living in the past.
Literally, I think someone had a flag as well saying we won in Europe in your stadium or something like that. It's like, yeah, all right then, mate, calm down. You know what I mean, pricks. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah, that's basically the Champions League for the teams obviously on the panel. If we go actually on Champions League, hold up, UEFA Champions League. So.
I was going to say it was Juve and Borussia Dortmund. I actually got a couple of things I've got to say about this one. Actually,
yeah.
Go
ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So the game ended 4-4. Halftime it was 0-0. I was watching this at work, so make that of what you will. Why am I watching that at work when I didn't even watch a couple of games this morning? I don't know. Anyway, so the last time last time Juventus played 4-4 in the Champions League, it was also against a German team, and it was actually against Hamburg. It was 4-4 as well. All right, that was also on match day 1, and ironically enough, both managers also were in that game, but they both scored for their respective teams. Niko Kovac and Igor Tudor scored it in that game. For Kovac was for Hamburg, and Tudor was for Juve. So that was really interesting for me to find that out, actually. I was like, okay, fair enough. Make that of what you will, basically. Yeah, of course. Because, again, from an RB Leipzig perspective, Lewis Openda didn't do shit. So I pretty much, I guess you could say I watched it for that game. I just watched it because it was Champions League and it was on at work, and I was supposed to be working, but really couldn't be bothered working at, 5:30, 6:30 in the morning. So, yeah, it was a good game in the second half. The first half was a bit dull, but yeah, make that of what you will.
Yeah, no, that game. So one of my closest friends from content, doing content on YouTube and so on, is a Juventus fan. His name's Gio. You might have seen him in the comments before.
Yeah.
But I had to cook him. I'm like, you let Dortmund get 4 goals on your head top. Like, it shows why they come back and got 4 goals, because Dortmund are terrible, absolutely diabolical. But like at the same time, like, how did they let them score 4 goals? And they made Adeyemi look like prime Ronaldo.
It's worse because it was in Italy as well. Like it was in Turin.
Exactly. It was in Turin.
Yeah.
Like
wow.
Yeah, they're finished. They're absolutely finished. But yeah, good game. If you're watching it as a neutral, I guess. But yeah, one of the goals. I didn't watch the game live. I watched a replay. But one of the goals, I think it's what's their centre back called? He's got like a basic name. What's his name?
Basic name, Smith.
Yeah, what is his name? That's actually going to annoy me now. Hold up, let me find it. Where is it? Why on Google does it always put me to the top? I don't care about quality.
I can who's fullback are you talking about? Which one?
Anton. Dortmund centre back. Anton.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Simple name. That guy. He's crap. He could have kicked the ball away and cleared the freaking ball, and instead he just miskicked it. They got the ball and scored. Like, I would have been fuming, absolutely fuming. Yeah. So, yeah. Alex, did you want to say anything on this Dortmund game, bro? I know I'm taking over at the moment.
Well, yeah, I didn't see the game, but I wish I did. I chose a different game. Unfortunately, I chose the Liverpool game. Actually,
Okay.
no, that was another night. I don't think I actually watched the Champions League that first night. At least not at that time. So I know
Yeah.
it's pretty poor for me. But that was a really good game. Looking at it,
Stinkling
they
cooked.
scored 2 goals in stoppage time. But yeah, Dortmund in Europe, they're just completely different team. Completely different team.
Yeah.
So,
You know what's not? It's not as poor as RB Leipzig not making the Champions League, Alex. So just thought I put that out there.
yeah.
No comment.
Technically, that is a comment.
Damn it. But yeah, the other than that, the only other game from a German team is Frankfurt. It was 1-0 to Galatasaray. The game is not even finished yet. I think it's about to.
Still going. Far out.
5-1 to Frankfurt. 5-1.
Wow.
Couple of own goals in there as well. So yeah, they've bounced back from that defeat. Let's see what they do on the weekend. Who do they have on the weekend? Una Berlin.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Una Berlin are getting smushed. Smushed.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Watch them lose.
Nah.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
I
I mean, it would, wouldn't it? You know, good in Europe and then domestically just fall off the wagon. Yeah.
Yeah, fully.
I mean, I don't think that's going to be the case, but
I'm not going to ask any of you guys if you've watched the game, considering it's still going. But yeah, great result for them. And what's his name? What's the guy that came from Mainz? I can never say his name. The German striker. How'd you say it? Say it again. Burkhardt.
Burkhardt. Yeah.
He actually
Burkhardt,
scored.
yeah.
He actually scored. I've just looked. He scored. He actually scored a goal for them, as well as that Uzan guy there. I can't say his name either. So yeah, 5-1. Holy moly!
Yeah, I rate Uzan pretty well. Actually, he's a good young footballer. So
I'd take him. I know you're gonna make a joke of that, so just get it out. Go ahead.
the joke is that you'd basically take anyone from any Bundesliga team.
Yeah,
That's good,
yeah.
mate. So
There we go. And as soon as I said it, I looked at Justin. I'd seen the smile.
yeah, your scouting is so poor you can't actually turn around and go anywhere but the domestic leagues, basically. So either that or you're just lazy, man. It's either one or the other. Like,
Or you could always have Max Erbel thinking Bayern Munich playing the Prem, because we only buy Premier League players now. So hey,
well, look, we're still paying the price for him because Timo Werner is still on €10 million a season, and he is the next player in that the category is literally €5 million. It's literally double the price. And like even some of our strikers now they're on $3.5 million or $4 million or something like that. But Timo is doing absolutely nothing, getting paid to do nothing, maybe play golf, and that's Max Erbel. So that's what basically we've still got some sort of BS from him. So I share your pain.
no, I feel that because that guy, honestly. There's certain words I could say that would get me cancelled, so we're not going to say it. I can't stand that guy, honestly. Peter Griffin looking ass. Where bird is the word, that guy. Fraud. And yeah, like we get so many players. Obviously, I'm not going to start because we'll be here all year and we've got other things to talk about. But like, fucking Xavi Simons, we could have got way before he even went to Leipzig in general. Who was another player? And we didn't get him. And then we tried to get him when we get Max Erbel from you guys or what the contract ended or whatever you want to say. Who was the other players we could have got? So many other players. And instead we just get... So what we've got, since his tenure, we've got Eric Dyer, Harry Kane, Michael Olise. Who else? Not Tar. We're not going to talk about Tar. 1 second. What's the other player we got from the Premier League? Jackson. Yes, Jackson. Michael Jackson.
Mate, he's the best striker in world football. Didn't you know? It was hard for me to do that with a straight face.
Yeah. Yao Polinia, that's the one I was thinking of. I couldn't think of his name. And he's shit and all. So yeah,
So you got two good signings out of that. Eric Dyer, like iffy, but then you've got Kane and Elise. So that's pretty much, I'd say that in a nutshell. So
and Luis Diaz as well. By the way,
Diaz, yeah, no, he's good as well.
this guy is the freaking Colombian Leroy Sané. He is shit.
Oh, is he that bad? Is he?
He is shit. The guy shot yesterday and went straight at the goalkeeper's feet. I'm like, this side, that side. What are you doing? 75 million. Thanks, Max Herbal.
No, I disagree. Luis Diaz, he's really good. Come on, one bad game.
Hey,
Up to that point, he's done really well.
How about this? You got Vert's money coming in. You give it to us. You can have him. How much did you get for Vert again? What was it? 116.
Yeah, 116 million pounds, whatever. Yeah, could be more.
I'm pretty sure that's not the actual what you get though. As in, like, once you pay for like managers and stuff like that and all that type of stuff, it's probably like maybe like around the 90 or something. Like, or correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because some of it's add-ons, isn't it? Some of that is add-ons.
Some of those add-ons are ridiculous. You know, it's if Wirtz has to win 4 league titles or 4 Champions Leagues during his time at Liverpool to get probably about 20 odd million euros worth in add-ons.
Far out.
Which, by the way, Liverpool have only ever won 2 Premier League titles. Ever.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to put Division 1 and all of that together, they've got 20 titles, but actually they only have 2 of those titles. One of them was COVID, and the other one was last year.
The way they're going, they could win this year, but
yeah, but
God, it is insane. Why we agreed to that? I mean, I can understand if it was like 4 qualifications into the Champions League, fine, but that's a lot of massive gamble.
Wasn't one of them to win the Ballon d'Or, or am I on drugs?
There's bound to be some Ballon d'Or clause in there.
Yeah, get a certain amount of votes or something like that. Who knows? Like, so with me, I was thinking of like not just when it comes to the bonuses. I was meaning that, say, if a player sells for 100 million, the club doesn't see that full 100 million, even if that's just the fixed fee, because they've got to play like pay out either their contract, and then they've got to pay the player manager, then they've got to pay
the agents and stuff.
Yeah, and all that type of stuff. So then it just goes down a little bit, not by much, but like, maybe like 20 million euro or something like that, or 10 or something.
That was actually the thing with Ten Hag, not at Alex's club, at Man United. When certain players he was buying, they were actually signed on to his son's agency. So then they were getting like these massive fees, like Anthony. I think they got like 30 million in fees. Who was the other one? What's that striker? Højlund. They got about 30 million in fees on that. It's like, that's crazy, and it's going straight into his son's bank account. Like, and that's fraud, bruv.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why Leverkusen sacked him as well, because apparently he kept suggesting players from his own agency.
Yeah, the goalkeeper you got, Flanagan, whatever the bloody hell his name is. Yeah. He is one of their clients. Yeah, I seen that. I thought, wow, he's going to do it again. I'm like, please, come on, keep going. Anthony in, all of these in. Rinse them of the Vert's money. I'm sorry, Alex. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm really not sorry. He's in a minute. You're just going to see Alex just dip. He's just going to be like, "No, fuck this. I'm out." But yeah, no. Either way. So yeah, that's the Champions League spoken about. 5-1. Nick Vodemade, apparently, I've been told, is shit in the chat. We already knew that, but thanks for telling me either way.
One season wonder.
100.
He's the Shakin' Stevens of football.
Mad. Yeah, someone I know is a Newcastle fan. He's not from England, but he's a Newcastle fan, and he was calling him Voda Messi. I was like, yeah, you're a fraud. I'm like, how can you put Messi in the same thing as that guy? Like, I don't even like him, but still.
Ironically enough, I work with a guy who's from England, but he's in Australia now. So he's from Newcastle, drinks like the Newcastle beer and all that stuff. He turned around and what he said on Nick Waldemar, because he said to me, he goes, "You seen this guy in the Bundesliga?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Is he really that shit?" And he turns around and he goes, he's like, He goes, I'm half his size. He goes, I'm 5'6". I'm overweight. I can barely run, and I guarantee you I'll score more goals this season. And he goes, and I'll do it with a belly full of piss. Like, I'm just like, what?
For fuck's sake.
He was what? Because he was sitting there watching it, and then he literally just calls me. He's like, "Bro, you at work?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Who's this Waldemar fucking tool? Like, you know, like."
That's such an Englishman.
Yeah. He goes, "This fucking twat." Like this. Yeah, he's got the accent and everything.
Alex doesn't want to laugh because he knows what you're saying is like so English pub.
Yeah.
That's like the pub talk. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
man, he is shit. I'm glad. Fuck you. Yeah, screw Stuttgart as well. But anyway, we move. But yeah, other than that, is there anything else to speak about? Obviously, we'll speak about week 4 predictions in a minute. But other than week 4 predictions, is there anything else we need to speak about? I think it's pretty much Champions League for all of the teams. Your team, my team, Dortmund and Stuttgart. No, Frankfurt. I got Stuttgart on the brain. And then what? I think then we spoke about last week, didn't we? Is Boniface scored yet?
Boniface hasn't scored, but he did get an assist. He got an assist for Jinma's goal in that game. Yeah, he started from the bench as well. So, but I'm sure from this week onwards he's got to start. He's got to start. It's too good to be on the bench, especially with a team like Bayern.
Yeah. Oh yeah, fully. That I agree with. Yeah. But yeah, let's do what we normally do. Let's do some predictions. Has it worked, Justin? Do you have the predictions that you need?
Wait, what? You mean
like, you said it wouldn't send. So like.
So what I did is I was writing them on my phone and then I sent it to me and it didn't work. I just resent it as a text message. It's fine. So okay. I've got them here. So that's fine.
All right, perfect. Right, let me grab the damn thing.
I was like, what the heck are you on about, man?
What's this English guy on about? Shut right, let's go. I'll actually start with you, Justin.
Oh, shit. Look, I haven't been doing very well when it comes to the Bundesliga in general. I mean, RB Leipzig specifically, I've been doing fantastic, as you'd expect. Yeah. But in general, I've just been terrible.
So yeah, we're Stuttgart, St. Pauli's first game, bro. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Stuttgart are absolutely falling off a wagon, man. Like they are. I mean, it's not Nick Waldemar's fault. Like, no. But they're just poor this season. I mean, I don't know. Like over the last few seasons, they've been relatively okay, but yeah, something just seems pretty off at the moment. So I've actually gone with a 2-1 St. Pauli win. I mean, I know it's at home. I know it's in Stuttgart. It could be completely different. Knowing my luck, it probably will be. But just looking at recent results and recent trends, it just does seem that that Stuttgart. I see them struggling to find the goals really. So yeah, 2-1 for St. Pauli.
Alex?
Yeah, I don't think it'll be easy for Stuttgart at all, and St. Pauli do look extremely dangerous. Yeah, I said last week that Hutonji might be the difference, and he did score, even though it was just a rebound or a penalty, but he did still score, and I think he could do the same again. I really like him. I'm going to say 1-1 to those two teams. Because Stuttgart, they do have the quality on their side, but St. Pauli have the fight and in the individual class as well. So, yeah, 1-1.
Yeah, I'm going with a 1-1 as well. But I tell you, I want them to. Please, St. Pauli, do me the solid favour, okay? We will go easy on you, and you smash them a new one, please. Thank you.
So you think it's going to be the high fives then?
So yeah, 1-1. I'm going to go 1-1 as well. Big up to everybody in the chat. Next game, Alex, I'll start with you this time, Reggie. We will go with, so there's loads, obviously, 2:30 games. Next game, Augsburg at home against Mainz.
Mainz did all right against Leipzig, and they do have Miri, of course, which is always always a plus. And Augsburg against St. Pauli didn't do too great either. So I'm going to say Mainz win 1-0, 1-0. It won't be a game for the ages. He
A
might sneaking it.
stinky
Maybe
1-0.
with a free kick, yeah.
Free kick, own goal.
Free kick hits the goalkeeper in the back of the head and goes in. Justin, what are you thinking, mate?
Far out. I'm thinking that would actually be good. Good game to see. Actually, yeah.
Goes to die for it.
In like the 93rd minute as well, like last minute stoppage time or something. Anyway, back to business though. I've gotten here 1-1. As I didn't think that Mainz played too well against us in a sense. They had it bits and spurts, especially like the last probably about 15 minutes or so. They really started to push us in the last minutes of that game. So I'm just going to go with a 1-1 draw. Go from there because it's not going to be an entertaining game by any means. So could be completely wrong, but yeah, 1-1.
Yeah, I'm going with a draw, but I'm going with 2-2, which I'm actually thinking maybe no. I've said 2-2. I'm going 2-2. I'm not going to change it.
What 3-3?
No, I was actually going to go with 1-1. Now that's what you said, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll start the next one. Hoffenheim versus Bayern. I'm not going to lie. I would love for them to lose, but they did really good in the last game. I do think they're going to win, but I do think it's going to be close. I'm going to go with Bayern to win 3-2, which we seem to like that score at the moment. So yeah, I'll go with a 3-2. Alex, go ahead, bro.
Call me crazy, but I think Hoffenheim will do something here. I think 2-1 to Hoffenheim. This is going to be a game which gets into the 6th place in my table, but you can't judge a Bayern versus Hamburg game.
That I do agree with.
Obviously, you also have the Champions League as well, so maybe a bit tired. Who knows?
Yeah,
but Hoffenheim are doing really well. Even the games that they've lost, they played pretty well. So 2-1 and maybe Kramaric to get a goal, I think.
Oh, not him. He always scores against us. He's freaking annoying. He's so annoying. What do you think, Justin?
Yeah, look, Alex makes some good points here. There's
wait, what?
Yeah, so Alex makes some good points here. They're logistical and they're actually, could come to fruition. So I didn't actually pick a TSG win. I would love to see that, to be honest.
Of course.
But I did tip them to get a couple of goals though. So I do think that Bayern will have the class and they will get the favourable result regardless. So I've just gone with the 4-2 here. I think it's going to be pretty tight. I think it's probably going to end up being TSG hitting the lead at some point. So, like, for instance, the score will be 2-1. Bayern will have to really kick into gear and go, no, we can't settle with this, and then just roll
4-2, yeah?
Yeah, and roll away with it in the end. So they're going to leave it as late as possible, try to come in fresh, freshened up, whatever, and then I think TSG are just going to show them up, and then they'll be like, look, we can't do this, we have to go all out, and then the quality prevails. So 4-2 for Bayern.
No, okay, yeah, 4-2 for Bayern.
But yeah, I do think it could be an upset, but I just don't think it will happen though.
No, I'm with you. I'll go again actually on the next one. The next one is the stinkiest game I've ever seen. Hamburg versus Heidenheim.
The battle for 18th.
Yeah, I'm going straight up with a 0-0. I know it's probably stupid to do that, but I'm going 0-0. Like, I think Hamburg. I actually saying 0-0 is stupid. I think Hamburg probably will win like 1-0. But yeah, I'm going 0-0. Alex, what do you think, mate?
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be awful game, and yeah, 0-0. Good shout. I agree. 0-0.
You're going with a 0-0 as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Justin, what are you thinking, bro?
Surprisingly, I did say 0-0 originally as I was writing these out. So I've got 0-0 here, and I have a note next to it that says, like, with a dash in my notes, and says the winner is scored by an own goal if someone wins.
Mad.
I have so much faith. Don't we?
Yes.
But I'm going with a 0-0.
It just looks like a bunch of eyes on my fucking thing now, right? Justin, I'll stay with you. Werder Bremen versus Freiburg.
Yeah, there's going to be goals in this one, I reckon. With the way word has actually been coming around, and at home, I've gone with 3-3. I do think that Werder could win it, and rightfully so. They probably should win it, but I just think that somehow Werder's going to slip up and just somehow manage to basically drop some points. So I'll just go with 3-3.
3-3. Thank you. Alex, what are you thinking, mate?
Yeah, Werder Bremen have done very well in terms of scoring goals recently. I think 3-2. I think they're just going to get a bit more over Freiburg. Yeah, they look really good, and Boniface as well. I hope Boniface starts. See, he'll be a difference.
So 3-2 to Werder Bremen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just so I put the right scores, I don't want to get it wrong. I'm going to go with a 1-0, and I'm just going to say it's going to be a Boniface win. I think Boniface will get the win. And then he'll do his really weird celebration that he does. He's like that one. Yeah. Please, nobody clip that. Thanks. Anyway, RB Leipzig versus Cologne is the next game. Interesting. What Cologne got a draw, didn't they? Yeah. What happened in the game before that? I think Cologne are going to beat you lot. Not thinking of it, actually. The last game was a 3-3 draw. The game before that was a 4-1 win. I'm going to back them. So then again, it's at home. Yeah, whatever. I'm going to go with Leipzig to get a goal, but I'm going to go with you losing 3-1. So 3-1 to Cologne. Justin, I know you're swearing at me right now in your head. What are you thinking?
No, I was actually going to have a joke and say 3-0 to Cologne, but anyway, it's no. So RB Leipzig 3, Cologne 0. I just think that RB Leipzig currently we're building towards things, and that we're going to want to show the fans at home basically what we're doing with that. That we have a big out of Schlager in midfield. Antonio Nusa won't be playing either, as he's just got a surgery on his broken forearm or elbow. So he could be back next week. Depends on if Cass is able to run with it or not. Yeah. But I think the young Ivorian forward or winger, Yan Diamande, will come in, and he's electrifying, and he's really good, able to cut inside and score quite comfortably well. He was actually our best in pre-season anyway. So all on that, we've got the depth and we've got the quality of it, as long as we don't get too many more injuries. But yeah, I do think that the class will prevail, and that we'll just got to be very mindful of the Cologne's press and counter-attacking threat, as they have been actually able to score on the counter-attack. Other than that, then yeah, I think we'll do all right. So 3-0 for me, for RB Leipzig.
For Leipzig, yeah. On that, quickly before I go to Alex, do you think now that Bakayoko has scored, do you think he continues to score? Not every single game, but do you think now he has actually broken the deadlock of scoring a Bundesliga goal? Yeah,
well, that's normally the case, isn't it? You know, there's always such pressure on you. He came for, I think all up it was 22 million euros, if you include add-ons. So our actual most expensive signing, actually right next to Yan Diamande, which was around about 18 million euros for just an 18-year-old as well. So from Leganese, I think he came from over there in Spain. So now that he's scored, I could see him progressing. I don't know if he'll progress in this game or not. But I wouldn't be surprised if one of the wingers do score, either himself or Diamande. I do think that we might see a first goal from Conrad Harder in this game, the new striker we got from Sporting.
Yes.
I don't think he starts, though. I do think Romelu starts. But yeah, I do think going forward that he's going to hopefully give us the same output as what Openda originally did in his first season. So if he scores up to 15 goals and get some assists in there, I'd be happy with Bakayoko in regards of output.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Alex, sorry mate, I went on a bit of tangent there. What do you think in Leipzig versus Cologne, bro?
It's really hard to call because obviously Cologne have form on their side, whereas Leipzig obviously have the superior team. I think because it's so hard to call. I'm going to say 2-2. I see goals in at least. And yeah, Cologne. Whilst I did say that last week that it was a draw because Cologne, they're going to have to fall off at some point, but that last minute comeback that they experience, that's got to help them on again. So yeah, 2-2. It's just I just can't really pick a winner between the two.
No, I understand.
I will say that Cologne has a average losing margin of 3 goals at RB Leipzig in the Red Bull Arena. So I'll just mention that, but might come to bite me in the backside, considering the last time they came there we beat them 6-0. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. But you could be right, Alex, as well. There could be a draw. If there's going to be a slip up, I think it would be a draw. But yeah, I'm still going with 3-0.
Next game is Frankfurt versus Union Berlin. Obviously, Frankfurt have only just played today. The game finished not so long ago. Union Berlin looks shit, though, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go with things. I think they might be that would have been a hard game going against Galatasaray, even at home, because Galatasaray, their fans, their players, they're all crazy. They're all off their heads. So I'll go. Nah, you know what? Let's be ballsy with it. I'm going 5-0.
For Union Berlin?
No, definitely not.
Well, balls aren't out then, mate. Far out.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, 5-0. 5-0. Justin, what do you think?
Oh, so this was a tough one for me. I didn't know if I could, if I was going to say Union Berlin were going to win, but if that was the case, I was going to go then 2-1. But at Stuttgart at home, and then I was taking into account the Champions League game that they've just played. There'd be no travel time or anything. It will be physically taxing and whatnot. When's this game played? Is this the top spiel, or is this played in Sunday or
Sunday? First game on Sunday, 2:30 German time.
Okay, yeah. So they've got the extra day break. Yeah, 2-2, I'd say. Yeah, I think 2-2 draw. I do think that there'll probably be enough time in there for Stuttgart to recuperate. Sorry, Frankfurt to recuperate and go from there.
Alex?
I want to go for 4-1 to Frankfurt. Yeah, Union Berlin were very disappointing, particularly last week, and also throughout the rest of the season so far. And Frankfurt, whilst they have been playing on Thursday today, their team is well experienced in Europe to be able to cope on 2 fronts, and yeah, they just have way too much quality. Their team is insane this year. And yes, we did beat them last week, but we did beat them with 3 set pieces. So yeah, and with all the players they have, Burkhardt, Doan, and of course Uzun, they're going to have a field day.
No, I get you. So yeah, you're going with a 4-1 for Frankfurt, just so I got it correctly. Yeah. Okay. I'll stay with you because obviously the next game, I was about to say the last game, we haven't gone to Dortmund yet. The next game is obviously your game, Leverkusen versus Borussia Mönchengladbach. Obviously, you're at home. What do you think is going to happen?
honestly no idea. So the thing is, right, I don't even know how we're going to line up because obviously in the last game we had two players sent off, both of which were central midfielders. So we had both Andrick and Eki Fernandez sent off.
Dirty,
And then of course
dirty play that is.
early on in the game,
Yeah.
Palacios also got subbed off injured, and he's going to be out for the rest of the year. So we've only got one fit natural central midfielder
So
in the
do
squad.
you think you go with a 4-1-4-1?
I can imagine we'll probably try and use the same formation, but Tillman's going to have to drop back. He's played there PSV a few times, and we're probably going to use like Ben here or Echeverry up front to replace where he used to play. Yeah, it's going to be really tough because we've had okay results. Frankfurt was obviously amazing, but Copenhagen not so much. Both games there's lack of identity, I guess. So far, I guess he would have had 2 games to work with the team. It's hard. I don't have complete confidence in him just yet. And then of course you've got the problem of the new manager bounce, and this time for Mönchengladbach.
Yep.
You know, our result came out of nowhere. They could also have a result come out of nowhere. It's just really hard to call because all these different factors. I'm gonna say 2-1 to Leverkusen.
2-1.
But yeah, it's gonna be close.
2-1. Justin, what do you think, bro?
I originally had this down as like a 2-2 or a 3-2, because then I looked at this was before the appointment of the new manager.
The manager.
Yeah, so I honestly don't even know who they got. But like there's, as it happens, in the old saying of football, you have like a new manager, you get some good favourable results. It's a bit of like a perk up and things like that, and then it will slowly drop off, and that's when you really get to see what the manager and the team is made of, so to speak. So I thought there's going to be a hell of a lot of goals. I didn't think Gladbach were actually going to get a lot of their like the perk up very quickly. I thought they had a lot of injuries last time I checked as well. Gladbach, I'm going to have to just double check that.
Yeah, go ahead.
But my phone wants to be an absolute pain in the ass. Just give me a sec. Oh, I should say the computer.
Sounds like Ten Hag.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. But I've actually gone with I'll have a look at the injuries in a second, but I'll just get out the the tip because I've installing for too much time here. 5-2 actually, but for Leverkusen. So I just think Leverkusen is going to run right just for the hell of it. They've got a point to prove, and I think that Gladbach are still just finding their feet. They don't have too many injuries. The main injury is Kleindienst. I think that's how you pronounce it. So they're going to struggle to score, but I do think that it's going to be hopefully a free-flowing game, and Leverkusen just to really show with the point to prove of the new manager and that this was the right decision.
No, I'm with you. I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with a 2-1 to Leverkusen, unfortunately. I do think you're going to continue. I don't think you're going to do as bad, if you want to say, in the game that you've just watched today. But at the same time, I do think you will win. So I'm going to go with... because I was thinking 4-1. But then, obviously, like you said about the injuries, if there are injuries, you might not have the free-flowing game, that you might want to have. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for you guys. And then the last game, I may as well go first. I think Dortmund lose at home. I think the way that they conceded all of those goals, yes, cool. The 12th man was in within Juventus's side. Obviously, it was in Turin and all of this and all of that. I think they've been run ragged. That game in itself, I didn't watch the full 90, but it looked like a game where it's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, running around like bloody crazy kids on too much sugar and hyper and whatever. So, yeah, I'm going to go with... Wait, what did you say?
Red Bull.
Yeah, kids on Red Bull with their wings. So I'm going to go. I do think Dortmund will score, but I do think they're going to lose, and I'm going to go with I think Wolfsburg score 3 again, but I'm going to go with a 3-1 win to Wolfsburg. Probably stupid to go with that because obviously it's the yellow wall and so on and so forth. But hey, it is what it is. Justin. I know you're high up right now on your Red Bull, so what are you thinking, bro?
No Red Bull, man. More of a nice black coffee for me. So I've actually done the same thing as you, similar. So I've actually thinking that Wolfsburg will win, just for the sole fact that because I did actually watch the full game, it's very tiring and taxing. It is on a Sunday, so, but is the extra, 24 hours or so going to be a difference? Yeah, because of just how bad it is, and plus they're coming back from Turin, from Italy. It wasn't at home, so yeah, I've gone with a 2-1 win for Wolfsburg. I just think Wolfsburg edge it, just for the fact of Dortmund. I was going to say Bayern. What the hell? So Dortmund is going to be injured. Too tired. Too tired. A little bit like me at the moment, apparently. So yeah. Dortmund is going to be a little bit too tired, maybe a bit jet lagged. Yeah. And so Wolfsburg just edge it in a 2-1.
2-1. Alex?
Well, I think you're underestimating how hard Juventus is as an opponent. 4-4 against them is a pretty respectable result. Even though they did concede 4, they still managed to score 4 against a defensively sound Italian team. So I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw. Wolfsburg are very, very difficult to play against, and I can imagine them being like a team that Dortmund probably struggled to break down, but then again they did manage to break down Juventus. So 2-2, both teams will score. Definite.
2-2. Yeah, I don't mind them getting a point. Just not free. But no, I do have to disagree with you just in that aspect of, Juventus are good, but like at the same time, they're not. They're like they got freaking Lloyd Kelly scoring. Like the guy's a Newcastle reject. Like the fact that he's scoring for them is mad. He's also shit as well. Defensively, you give away a penalty. Yeah, close your arms, mate, when you're sliding. Arms to the side. So, no, fair enough there. Fair enough. What's this? Haven't won in Dortmund in the Bundesliga since 2012. Okay. Wait, are you chat GBT or something, bruv? You're coming out with the craziest shit today. No, big up to you there. Bro's just like chat. Like, when was the last time they won? All of the writing just goes. But yeah, there are the predictions done. I'm actually going to download that now and put it straight in the group chat. But yeah, big up to everybody. I think that's everything. Is there anything else we need to mention? There's no cup game at the moment, is there?
No,
not yet.
Well,
okay, cool. Right, let me just quickly... Come on, computer, hurry up. Moving like freaking Bayern in the first 15 minutes. There we go, set. Perfect. So yeah, big up to the chat. Hopefully everybody's doing good in the chat. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. This one's been funny. But yeah, I do hope everyone's doing good. Yeah, we move. So... Bro said, I'm a football stat nerd, lol. Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that, mate. I'm glad you're here as well, bro. If you want to, get in the DMs and, give me some predictions. I'm joking. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'll have Justin annoyed at me. But yeah, big up. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Big up, lads. Thank you for coming on as always. Yeah, man. Should be funny to see what happens. Hopefully Bayern win. And not what Alex said. This guy, man. This guy wants us to lose. But yeah, anyway, there's the show done and dusted. Let's get rid of that intro. That's a Bayern one. Yeah, we'll get out of there. But yeah, bless up and enjoy the rest of your night. Peace out, guys.